people, my name is Gracie and welcome to my first video for this channel. Today we are going to be looking at the Complete Idiot's Guide to Dating. Alright, this book was published in 1999, so I'm going to be looking at the cyber dating portion of this book because I know a lot of us have been in quarantine, we haven't been getting out much, and maybe y'all have been messing around on Tinder and Bumble or just trying to find some form of companionship. So that's what we're going to look at today. We're going to see what advice from almost 20 years ago could be used now, or we could just see how crazy it is compared to 2020. So let's get started. Chapter 5. This is about cyber dating, and the actual header is IneedADateBad.com. If that's not a mood, I don't know what is. In this chapter, we talk about chat rooms, bulletin boards, cyber dating pros and cons, turning a cyber interest into a real life date, and flirting online, do's and don'ts. Finding love online is now possible through email, chat rooms, and online dating services. It's perfect for those who can't easily get out due to physical limitations, illnesses, or other conditions. You know what? That relates to us right now because we can't go outside because we are going to get sick. Make sure you wear your masks, okay? Because we don't need to spread this corona. Next page. Can you find true love on the web? The possibility of finding true love on the internet is one of the most popular new questions I'm asked as online dating heats up. The answer to whether you can find love from cyber connecting is a resounding yes. You can actually find a connection. So I 100% agree with Dr. Judy about finding love on the internet. Now, there are upsides to cyber dating. On the upside, cyber dating can help you vastly expand your universe of contacts. You can start out relating to someone whose physical characteristics are a mystery, that you can make the connection based on more substantial qualities. So back then, you would have to get to know the person first, and then their physical appearance would be a mystery, and you would know that they weren't just using you for your body. Sort of wish it was like that now. But let's keep on going. Downsides to cyber dating. For all the convenience of online romances, there's also a downside to cyberspace dating. These include cautions, dangers, and compromises that are similar to those for other dating services. And because of the internet's widespread reach, it's accessible to all kinds of people. Period. On Tinder, whatever y'all use now, it's still the same thing. It is accessible to all kinds of people. You know what? My friend went on Tinder and you know who we found? We found the rat from Ratatouille. That's all kinds of people. It's not just your normal Chad or your normal Brian or LaShawn, okay? There are people out there that will catfish. They catfished back then and they will still catfish now. Take heed of the following cautions. Dishonesty of others. The biggest danger of the internet involves one of its biggest advantages. You can be anything or anyone you want. As a result, you must be extremely wary of liars and con artists. Don't immediately believe everything you read. Remember, it's very easy to deceive someone online or be someone or something other than yourself. I completely agree with this statement, and y'all should too, because you know, behind the camera, you can be a completely different person. Behind your dating profile, he could be a completely different person. He can be an axe murderer, he could be a really good guy, or he can be a complete douchebag. So this goes for right now as well. Don't believe everything that this person says. You have to be a little bit skeptical. You have to get to know their character and sort of see them in person to fully understand and get to know who they are. If y'all are just falling for these people online, I know some of you guys just use the dating apps to just smash and dash. That's fine, do you. But for people that are actually trying to find a connection, please, at least FaceTime if you don't want to meet in person so you can see who this person actually is. not just fall in love with their text messages, because that's not the move. Okay, let's see. Not only is dishonesty of others a bad thing, but your own dishonesty is a bad thing. As with other personals, you can also hide behind the anonymity of words, making up stories about who you really are or what you really look like. I know we all may be a little bit guilty of using Facetune, because, you know, we want to even out the curves and everything. But she's right, because we all can be dishonest in our own ways. Maybe we could think like editing our pictures, oh, that's a white lie, this and this. All I'm gonna say is that if you do end up meeting this person and you do want a relationship, they're going to see you in person. They're gonna see everything. Not everything, I mean, I don't know, you do you. But they're gonna see you in person. So when they see you compared to your actual pictures that you put on your apps, it's gonna be weird if you've really Facetuned or edited your pictures that much that you look like a completely different person. And that's where the dishonesty starts. If you can't even be honest about your pictures, then the start of your relationship, the foundation of your relationship is already built on a lie. You know, just love yourself, appreciate your body, and don't edit your pictures that much, because that's not worth it. They should appreciate your body, and if they don't, we're not having that 2020. We're not doing that, baby. So those were the downsides to cyber dating. Okay, don't reveal everything there is to know about yourself, as in dating in real life. Leave something to the imagination, and also wait until you really do know the person. Honestly, if somebody swipes right on you and then you tell them your whole life story, they're probably going to leave you on red, because that's too much information. Like, start off with small talk, get to know them better, and then when you're closer, you can open up more, you know? Especially with this online stuff, like you're talking to a person that you don't know. It can be 6 months later and you still won't know stuff about people. So don't immediately tell them everything. You have to play the cards right. You have to ask them the right questions, form that relationship, and have them open up to you over time. Do find out what information is available about you online. Ha! Ha! Yes, and that goes for now too. I want you to pause this video right now, go onto Google and type in your name and see what comes up. If you haven't Googled yourself to see what other people can see, then you're living in the past. You know, you gotta make sure, like, oh, they've seen this video of me twerking on the wall. At least know what people can learn about you, okay? So please do find out what information is available about you online. All right. Turning virtual love into real life love. Here are some precautions you can take to prevent in-person surprises. Be sure that you have been honest in descriptions about yourself. Don't catfish if you have intentions of meeting up with this person. In fact, don't catfish in general. But when you want to meet up for someone the first time, you better not have to put on another wig and get like plastic surgery done and literally show up as another person. Just show up as yourself. Get as much information as possible about each other. You can even ask for a resume or other information as if you were interviewing that person for a job. Even meet their friends over the internet for extra information. That's bold. Imagine meeting somebody on Tinder and then following their friends on Instagram and then talking to them instead. That is something that is 100% different. I mean, I don't know, maybe you guys are comfortable with doing that, but not for me. Ha! Play private detective. Check out as much as you can about the person before you meet. Look him or her up in the phone book. Precautions for your live meeting. Use the same precaution for your first meeting as you would with any other meeting. Meet in a public place, such as a restaurant, a museum, or movie theater. Meet during the daytime. Yeah, that is safer. I wouldn't mind going out for dinner though, but that's what she says. Take a friend along for safety and also for an independent impression of the person. I know some people that do have their friends like sit in the restaurant and watch them on a date, but for me, I would just share my location with two of my close friends. So if he does happen to be an axe murderer, at least they can find my body unless he takes my phone and sells it on the black market. A final word on cyber dating. As the internet becomes more popular as a means to get dates, some singles are finding that cyber dating is a bit too impersonal, that many of the users are not completely above board when it comes to revealing personal information, or that in-person meetings never unfold. Because they say that they're gonna meet up with you after quarantine, and then when the vaccine comes out, you know they're not gonna show up because they were just bored. But that's a conversation for another day. The least you need to know. Used wisely, the internet can be a valuable tool in meeting new people with whom you'd likely never cross paths otherwise. I do agree with that. There are some people that I have met online that I never thought we would be friends in real life because I made assumptions. I don't know, I was like, oh, maybe I'm too different of a person for them, this and this. But I've met people online and we're actually pretty close. So I agree with that. Always be honest in your communications on the web as in person. Meeting online can lead to real life love as long as you're always honest and safe. So that is the chapter that they have about cyber dating from 1999. And a lot of that advice does still apply to today, you know? Be safe when you meet up for the first time, don't get killed. Be honest when you're online and just make sure that you're being yourself and don't reveal too much information about yourself when you just get to know the person. Like, keep it light, and also make sure you Google yourself and you figure out what they can figure out about you. That's all the time we have today for this video. Please make sure you click that subscribe button so you'll be notified the next time I post something. If you guys did come here from TikTok, let me know in the comments. I want to hear from my community. I want to hear from you guys. I'd appreciate it if you left a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video.